everyone. I wanted to make this video. Well, originally this video was scripted, but I think it's best to keep it original and genuine. Because I was telling myself everything, I was gonna say. I was even gonna write it down, but some of that I done lost in transition. So basically, for those who know me and those who have seen my channel, you know that my channel is filled with many different types of self-help videos for people of many different types of personalities. But lately, I've come across something that you would expect me, of all people, to know about. But I feel that over the course of time, within the past 15 years or so, I think my arrogance when it comes to knowledge has prohibited me from giving my undivided attention to certain studies that I should have probably spent more time on. And recently some things in my life has happened where I had to really rethink a lot of things, because things went so well so fast, and then they dropped, and then they picked back up, and then I experienced things that I've never experienced before in terms of racism. But this video is not about racism. This video is primarily me telling you, the audience, that even I, someone who was not hindered in any way from accomplishing any of my goals. I've set out to accomplish a lot of things, and I've done just about all of them, except like little small material stuff here and there that I promised my mom. But other than that, life has been really good. I can't complain. However, some recent events that transpired really made me want to go back and study some things and see if I overlooked some things. And it turns out that I really did, because if I had given more time to the things that I studied based upon my experiences, my experiences I've had, a lot of these things I would have seen coming. And as I did go into those studies, I started to find out that certain teachings I really lacked. And those very teachings that I lacked complement things that people have said I've done to them. Even when I've had the best intentions, I've still wronged people in so many different ways, because I didn't give myself enough time to honor and cherish, the gift that I was given years ago, the experience I was fortunate enough to have years ago. And it caught up with me in the midst of my blissful lifestyle that I was having for, that was, I won't say short-lived, but it wasn't as long as I wanted it to be. And everything happens in divine timing. 1111 is definitely the numbers of synchronicity, which I live and stand by. And sometimes some of us who are woke, we can become a little bit arrogant, not in the sense of egotistical type of behavior, but just we got a certain air about ourselves where we know so much that we feel like people who are not woke have absolutely nothing to show us. And in some cases that's true, but it'd be certain little things that you come across and you begin to realize Like, this person may not be as woke in certain aspects, or may not be as knowledgeable about certain things, but that doesn't mean that their words and experiences may not have anything to offer. And it's not like people haven't said this to myself, or people who know what I'm talking about, who walk the same or similar paths as I do. But it's easier said than done. Like, it's very easy to hear words come out of a person's mouth who may not be as knowledgeable as you, but then you don't listen entirely. You don't give your undivided attention to them. That's very easy to do. But with that being said, it also costs you a great deal of time, because you could have learned a few things if you had just been a little patient, or a little bit more caring to what the person was trying to convey to you, the message they were trying to convey. And so, by me going back into these teachings that I overlooked, I'm starting to see a deeper, more vivid, and broader connection than I've always seen before. And I just wanted to share that, because on my channel you will find videos that you would be like, I wonder what he was thinking when he did this. But trust me, I became very transparent after my mother passed in March of 2016. I became very transparent, and if you look at the history of my videos, the videos started around that year. So every kind of emotion that you can imagine I was going through, I put it. It came out of me, even in the midst of me trying to do well in my videos. So I went through different stages, but I was always consistent with my character, at least to a certain degree. And right now, I just feel like the rest of my videos and anything else that I'm involved in is going to definitely be attached to my most recent realization, and that I have to be more balanced than I thought I was in specific areas of my life. I recently just went back. Well, I'm not vegan, but I'm like vegan vegetarian, and not because like I don't love meat, because I would tear some fish and turkey up in a heartbeat, but probably it's health reasons, because I function at my best when I notice my diet is mostly vegan. Only vegetarian to some degree. I don't drink dairy milk, but it's like I like cheese on certain things. But even some of that's probably going to come to an end eventually. And I feel great, I slimmed down a little bit, but, I'm going to start taking certain proteins and supplements, sea moss. And, I always take black seed oil. Everybody who saw me when I was 270 after my mom passed, I went up to 270. And black seed oil, along with, some alkaline water and some apple cider vinegar with the mother here and there, I dropped down to 82. I dropped 82 pounds in less than 2.5 months. No exercise, no diet change. I just was drinking those three things together in a big gallon of alkaline water, and it just dropped off of me. An old friend of mine who we ended up going our separate ways. I learned a lot from this young lady, to be honest with you, even through the ups and downs and the misunderstandings and all the pettiness. I learned a lot from her. So, just on a more emotional level, because she's definitely way more emotional than I could ever be. But as I reflect on certain experiences with her, certain experiences with my siblings, the lady in my life now, my children, just business relationships, friendships, I can see why so many people was either jealous, envious, hated me, misunderstood, or just plain out didn't like me. Because I'm starting to notice, because my intentions were always good, and my understanding to my understanding, I always had a clear understanding. But apparently I was missing a few lessons, because it's not always about what you know. It's also about the experience. But I used to say things like, well, I don't have to put my hand in the fire to know it's gonna burn me. Like, I don't have to smoke crack or nothing like that to know what it does. I can learn from other people's failures and mistakes, which I have done. I've kind of mastered that. But then what about my own? I overlooked my own mistakes. And so, this is a more personal video. It's not all full of, special effects like some of the other videos, but I just wanted to let that be known that anybody who still watches my channel and people who are new to my channel, this video will be the staple in the difference, the change of whatever I put on now, because my ancestors, the Most High Creator of all, they definitely have checked me over this last month. I'd say about a month. Reality definitely set in on a whole new level. I said a whole new level. On a whole new level. So, thank you for watching if you did. Whoever you are, wherever you are, I appreciate it. And I just, I wish you the best. Whoever you are, I wish you the best. All right? You know what? Before I end this video, there's a little prayer that I do with my family. I was fortunate enough to come from a really great background, very unified family, very successful, and great people of substance. And that's what I bring to the table, substance. That I'm not perfect, even though I do strive for perfection. So I'm going to share this prayer with you, and hopefully you can utilize it. As we give thanks to the Most High Creator of all for the power invested in us, we command the energy of this matrix to bend to the wheel of our words and continue to bring forth to life these affirmations and convictions. We are rich in every aspect of our lives. We are wealth. We are supreme health. We are supreme intelligence. We are focused. We are disciplined. We are assertive power and behavior. We are love. I am. We are. Ashe. Thank you guys. This is the Earth Angel and Light Worker, Eriance. And have a blessed day. And do your best to enjoy the rest of your lives and the people who dwell in it.